Ladies and gentlemen, start your engines. Owning your first car is a rite of passage, and for some, it's the start of a lifelong obsession. Yeah, we're talking about all you auto-philes out there. Car lovers rejoice as today we're exploring the strangest vehicles ever created. From cars that can drive underwater to upside-down Fords, these are the 15 most unusual cars in the world.
Cars designed to be sustainable, high performance, and fun to drive. It's all electric, it's autonomous when you want it to be.
Don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to Missing Files, and click the notification bell for the best daily videos. The world's first and only limo jet. Is it a bird? Is it a plane? Nope, it's a limo jet. But what exactly is this wacky racer? This unique limousine has a Learjet body, a V8 engine, 28-inch wheels, and even qualified for street legal accreditation, even though it's a whopping 42 feet long. Whoa, you could definitely grab all your friends and family and take an epic road trip in this huge car. We've seen all kinds of limos, but never a limo that looked like an airplane. Talk about arriving in style. With special pieces from at least 3 different car brands, this bad boy is truly one of a kind. But how much would pulling up to your prom in this unique limo set you back? The cost of the limo jet is estimated at $5 million US, thanks to all the hard work that the automobile experts put into it. Better start saving up your pocket money. Now, while you may look fly driving down the highway in this flashy motor, you might be shocked to hear that the limo jet can't actually take off. Yeah, you heard that right. The limo jet can't fly. Kinda disappointing, but you can always pretend that this is your very own private jet. Additional perks include internal and external sound systems, a fully loaded bar, and a non-motorized door. So guys, what do you think? Can you see yourself driving around in this extravagant car? Tell us in the comments below. Rinspeed Scuba. Electric cars are the next big trend, but this car really sets itself apart from the rest of the pack. So what makes the Rinspeed Scuba so unique? Well, the clue is in the name. You gotta drive this thing in scuba gear to really get the full experience. Yet this awesome vehicle was the first genuine underwater car ever made, and it can submerge 10 feet underwater using propellers and rotors to steer. Not only does it make driving underwater look easy, but the Rinspeed Scuba is also totally roadworthy, meaning you can drive straight from your garage into the lake. If that's not your thing, Rinspeeds are known for their high-concept car creations, and the exciting Swiss manufacturers took inspiration for this wacky vehicle from the James Bond movie, The Spy Who Loved Me. They started with a real-life Lotus Elise and customized it beyond recognition to achieve this one-of-a-kind submarine car, waterproofing the electrics, filling the body with foam so that it would float, and of course adding water jets and a pump. It's hard to believe, but this thing really works. Even 007 would approve. So, of course, this unusual car is completely unique and only one has ever been made so far. In the past, it's been called a toy for rich people, and if you want to play with Scuba, it comes with a whopping $2 million price tag. Whoa. The 100-mile-per-hour pool table car. Are you a passionate pool player? Do you love fast cars? Well, why not combine the two with this unusual car? This Partymobile is the result of a conversation between the president of a billiards company and a custom car builder. Professional automobile expert Vinny Big Daddy Bergman promised Joe Fischella, head of Triangle Billiards in California, that he could make a billiard table car that goes an incredible 100 miles an hour. And so, with a 1998 Chevrolet Monte Carlo, a pool table, and lots of money and hard work, this party car was born. Okay, this has got to be one of the weirdest cars we've ever seen. It looks like it shouldn't be possible, yet it absolutely is 100% roadworthy. The top of the car is removable and the front can detach. All the rims are totally customized, and you can get that party started with a built-in refrigerator, LCD TV, and a state-of-the-art custom sound system too. Imagine pulling up to your buddy's house in this rad car. But let's not forget the star of the show. The feature pool table even has a leveling system so that your game is completely legit. No wobbly or wonky pool tables to be seen here. This car is guaranteed a good time. So what do you reckon, guys? Could this actually be the coolest car ever made? Tell us what you think down in the comments. Upside down Ford F-150. When auto body shop owner Rick Sullivan was called out to tow a flipped-over truck in Clinton, Illinois, it was the beginning of a strange and crazy idea that would become an obsession. Yeah, the collision center owner saw that busted truck on its back and thought to himself, now that would make a great custom car. Built over 6 months, Rick took a 1991 Ford Ranger pickup truck and combined it with a 1995 F-150 to create the illusion of the upside-down truck. Sounds like a strange project. In an interview, Rick said, "There's no blueprint. I just started buying parts and then putting it together. It's all in my head, and we had to make adjustments throughout, but it turns out pretty much like I envisioned it." Way to go, Rick. It took him $6,000 to build, and I think we can all agree that the result is pretty mind-blowing. Believe it or not, this unusual car is totally roadworthy. It even has a fitting novelty license plate that reads "Flip Over." This head-turning car may be impressive, but it's not to everyone's taste. As one bystander said of the bizarre car, your first reaction is something's wrong. Okay, so it's definitely unconventional. But what do you guys think? Let us know if you love this car in the comments. The phone car. Think the last few cars on our list were weird? Get ready for things to get a little weirder. Created by American businessman Howard Davis, the owner of a phone company, this unusual car became an overnight Tinseltown classic. It's the phone car. If you think this bizarre vehicle looks familiar, that's because you might have seen it on TV news features, documentaries, and exhibitions, and even in books. This big red car certainly gets around. Howard constructed the car using a 1975 Volkswagen Beetle chassis and installed customized tinted window that looks just like a phone dial pad. Despite the giant numbers on the windscreen, the driver can see clearly through the tinted glass, and apparently the car is fully registered in Massachusetts. While we're not entirely sure we'd want to hop behind the wheel of this wacky car, it does have one awesome feature that we'd like to try out. Instead of making a honking sound, the horn rings like a telephone when pressed. We wouldn't expect anything less. Is it just us, or does it seem like people will turn absolutely anything into a car? We're just waiting for the updated iPhone version to hit the road. What do you think about this weird novelty vehicle? The Carpool DeVille. Okay, now we have officially seen it all. We've heard of a hot tub time machine from the 2010 feel-good buddy movie starring John Cusack. But have you ever heard of a hot tub car? Yeah, it's absolutely real. And apparently the aquatic vehicle can even reach speeds of up to 80 kilometers per hour. Phil Weicker and Duncan Forster are the creative geniuses behind the Carpool DeVille. And the story goes, the two met while studying engineering. And after sharing a few beers, they came up with a crazy idea of the hot tub on wheels. The awesome hot tub car eventually became a fully fledged project, complete with crowdfunding campaigns, which saw people from all over the world unite to realize Phil and Duncan's dream. After all, who doesn't love a hot tub? They took a 1969 Cadillac and customized it so that the driver would take a nice long soak in the vehicle's interior. All the inner workings are safe in the waterproof trunk, while the car still retains working controls in the front. The car took a staggering 7 years of design and construction to complete, but its owners seem totally happy with the result. After all that hard work, they can kick back in a nice, soothing hot tub. The best part of owning a hot tub car has got to be that you can pick your own relaxing view at the end of a long day. All you have to do is drive. Where would you travel to? We want to know. Lego Bugatti Chiron. This sleek and glamorous looking sports car actually has a rather immature secret. Yes, this stunning Bugatti Chiron is actually made from colorful building blocks, Lego bricks to be exact. The famous Danish toy company made a full-scale version of the Bugatti Chiron that can actually be driven, seats 2 adults, and has set the record for the fastest Lego in the world. An astonishing 90% of the vehicle is made from Lego bricks, and it was one of the company's biggest challenges of all time. From a distance, the car even looks surprisingly real, but the exterior and the interior of this toy automobile were constructed using customized bricks, and they even designed a special logo electric screwdriver to fix together the parts without breaking them. So how does it compare to the real Bugatti Chiron? While the real deal produces 1,500 horsepower from a quad turbocharged W16 engine and can reach hair-raising speeds of 420 kilometers per hour, the Lego model mode makes just 5.3 horsepower from 2,304 miniature motors and can only reach a slow yet steady 28 kilometers per hour on the road. Well, what more can you expect from a car that's made out of children's play toys? Despite crawling at a snail's pace, we still think this car is an epic feat of engineering, and we would love to take it out for a spin. Peel P50. Who's ready for the cutest car in the whole world? At just 4.5 feet long and 3.4 feet wide, this tiny three-wheeler is the world's smallest car. The Peel P50 was marketed as having all the convenience of a moped with all the comforts of a car. That does sound kind of appealing. This adorable vehicle was made by Peel Engineering Company on the Isle of Man in the early 1960s. It's a single-seater, and it has even been featured on the famous motor enthusiast TV show Top Gear. This tiny classic car recently sold at an auction for 105,000 euro, which is roughly 128,000 US dollars. That's one expensive little ride. Being hunched up in the Peel P50 is not exactly our idea of a comfortable drive, because if you happen to hit a pothole, this car has a cult following of people who love the nostalgia and the freedom of zipping around in the Mini motor. Apparently, the Crown Prince of Dubai even has one. What do you guys think? Could you see yourself zooming around in the Peel P50? Or does it give you leg cramps just looking at it? Sin City Hustler Monster Truck. Up next on our list of the most unusual cars in the world, we just had to include the Sin City Hustler. And with a name like that, it looks exactly how you would expect it to. The world's largest monster truck is 32 feet long, and it's wrapped in a fiery flame and casino playing card design. This huge truck definitely makes a statement. The Sin City Hustler can transport 13 people, stands at a towering 12 feet tall, and has a price tag of a whopping $1 million. Go big or go home, right? Brad and Jen Campbell of Big Toys Racing Motors created this unique monster truck from the humble Ford Excursion before customizing it into the 15,000-pound mammoth that you see today. This awesome truck even boasts an unbreakable frame, thanks to Brad's handcrafting tubing from the chassis, resulting in more consistent dimensions and even more reliable wielding. This monster truck might look like something out of an apocalyptic wasteland, but you can tell that it's really a labor of love. BMW Gina. When it comes to pushing the boundaries, it turns out that there's not much that car manufacturers won't try, and the world-famous car brand BMW really stretched their imaginations when it came to Gina. But who is Gina? Or perhaps we should say, what is Gina? Well, it's a mind-boggling car made with an elastic, water-resistant, man-made polyurethane-coated spandex. In other words, this is a car made out of fabric. Yeah, you heard us right. If you've ever wanted to drive a car made out of the same material as your swimsuit, then Gina is the model for you. This insane car changes shape according to weather, speed, and road conditions, and allows the driver to change its shape at will. The revolutionary car was unveiled by BMW back in 2008 at a futuristic glimpse of the future, but it seems to have fallen into obscurity since then. Perhaps this fabric car just fell out of fashion. It's weird, it's wonderful, and we kinda can't help but love Gina. Is this space-age spandex vehicle your dream car? Tell us about it down in the comments. 1956 BMW Isetta. Here we are in the final 5 of our 15 most unusual cars in the world. And up next, we have another unusual BMW experiment. This concept car was designed 50 years previous to the strange state-of-the-art Gina car, and despite its odd features, it was actually a very successful seller. We're talking about the 1956 BMW Isetta, a strange little pod car that looks like an old-fashioned UFO. The distinctive microcar has a tiny 9.5 horsepower engine, so this definitely isn't a car for speed demons. Comfort wasn't its main selling point either, as you can tell by its cramped interior, and the only way to climb in is through a door at the front of the vehicle. Despite its obvious setbacks, it really is a cute car, and classic motor enthusiasts jump at the chance to own one of these retro rides. The BMW Isetta is an unconventional beauty. So what do you think? Is it nothing more than an impractical toy car? Or do you think it's a stylish throwback to a classic era of cars? 1955 Ghia Gilda. This car really is a blast from the past. While some people might think that this classic car looks like a prop from a 50s themed diner or an alien spaceship, some argue it was a design breakthrough. The 1955 Ghia Gilda is a spectacular looking car, no matter what you think. At the time, there were motor enthusiasts that dismissed this futuristic looking vehicle as nothing more than a gimmick for publicity. It was designed for the 1955 Turin Car Show after all. The creative genius behind this stunning car was Giovanni Savanuzzi, who designed the car for Chrysler. Its body shape was marketed as having been shaped by the wind. This unusual car even boasted a top speed of 140 miles per hour, and we can totally see it taking part in a drag race down a deserted storm drain. Grease lightning, anybody? This quirky car promised a lot, but ultimately it didn't seem to take off. The cool car was displayed across Europe, and eventually the sleek prototype ended up back in America in an exhibit at the Henry Ford Museum in Michigan. While the Ghia Gilda didn't end up being a household name, it did seal its place in history, and it certainly won't be forgotten in a hurry. 2012 extraterrestrial vehicle. Whoa, this car is out of this world. The ETV is an extraterrestrial vehicle and is the brainchild of Mike Vetter, the owner of the Florida-based car customization company, The Car Factory. A one-of-a-kind creation, the intergalactic exterior fits perfectly against the body of a Chevy Aveo. It looks like a time-traveling machine, and it comes complete with DeLorean-style lifting doors, hidden wheels, and an impressive 2.2-liter Chevy engine that produces 270 brake horsepower. This unidentified driving object even has its own LED light show that changes color. So how much will owning this UFO-style car set you back? The Car Factory has slapped the ready-made ETV with a price tag of $45,000 US, which if you think about it, is a lot cheaper than actually setting off into space. Don't you love this alien automobile? Tell us all about it in the comments. 1973 Reliant Robin. And at number 2, this unusual car has actually been dubbed one of the worst cars in the world. We are, of course, talking about the Reliant Robin. This classic three-wheeled car has been the butt of many jokes over the years, and it even became world famous after being driven by the lead characters in the UK comedy show Only Fools and Horses. It was nicknamed the Plastic Pig, and early versions of the car proved to carry some rather concerning design flaws. Reliant Robins couldn't reverse, and worryingly, the doors would crack if you let go of them in the wind. Perhaps one of the worst flaws was that the steering wheel would detach itself from the chassis. Eventually, a major recall was announced for the early Reliant Robin models based on safety concerns. However, despite all the haters, there is still a loyal club of drivers who love their three-wheeled Robins, and they sing their cars' praises for being safe, reliable, and practical. Yeah, you might be surprised when you actually see one of these Reliant Robins zipping down the road. We think we'll stick to the four wheels for now. Bentley EXP 100 GT. The final car on our list of the most unusual cars in the world is a classy Bentley concept car that looks to the future, the year 2035 in fact. Bentley is looking ahead with this Porsche Grand Tourer that is electric and can drive for 435 miles on a single charge. Apparently, the EXP 100 GT can even restore up to 80% of its own power in just 15 minutes through fast charging. That really does sound like something straight out of the future. This state-of-the-art car even promises autonomous driving thanks to an artificially intelligent persona assistant located in the central console. You heard it here first, Bentley has seen into the future, and clearly they saw robot chauffeurs. The elegant sci-fi car has the longest doors in the world and was released rather recently in 2019 to celebrate the car manufacturer's 100th birthday. It's made with 5,000-year-old wood interiors, recycled copper, and the interiors were crafted by the same company that dresses the Queen of England's Royal Guards. Very fancy. We have to say, we wouldn't expect anything less from a Bentley. For now, this epic car is just a concept for the future, and there are no plans to expand production right now, but we think we can wait until 2035 for the car of our dreams. What about you? So guys, there really were some crazy cars today, but which one was your favorite? We don't know about you, but we had no idea there were so many wacky racers out there. Let us know which of these fabulous 15 cars you'd want to take for a spin by leaving your comments below. We always love to hear what you think, and if you enjoyed this video, press the thumbs up button and give us a like. You can subscribe to The Missing Files for more awesome videos. Thanks for watching.